I'm down. I was bored. I was literally just watching food review videos.
Is that what you're into on
Oh,
where YouTube?
dude, I watch terrible, terrible stuff.
No, I
But
do too.
yeah, but I've been a long-term fan of food reviews. Like I watch them. I don't know why I watch them as much as I do. I find it hilarious. There's people that I watch daily.
Yeah, no, I get that. Like I'm more into. I used to be really into the reseller gig where people would like have their cameras set up and they would go to garage sales and
Like
shit
Pat
and
the NES Punk and all that stuff.
something like that. And like, what was it? Retro Rick or something?
Yeah,
Where
Retro Rick.
yeah, they go to like flea markets and
Yeah.
yard sales and even just like people that and it always bugs me because they're always the same. They're like, uh, they'll be, oh, is this the price you're taking? Is that sticker price? Can you go a little bit lower?
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, why the fuck did like the person take the time and the effort to put a price on a sticker and put it on there for you to come and say, hey, can you give it to me a little bit lower?
That whole like world of reselling video games is like it's shit now. It's not good anymore. You used to be able to get like NES carts like two for $1.
Yeah. Oh
Now
yeah.
literally like for I don't know pinball they want like $12. It makes no sense at all.
I remember the most expensive game I've ever bought, like on eBay for the NES, was DuckTales 2, and
Oh yeah, dude.
I bought it for like $120.
Really?
Whenever I was like really just like loving DuckTales. Let
You're
me
breaking
look
up.
that up, and then I was like, oh, am I?
Yeah.
Oh, whatever, and it was like $120, and I'm like, what the fuck? That's a lot. And then I was like, I don't care, fuck that, and I bought it, and then a year later, I ended up selling it for like 300 or something, you know?
Yeah, I can only imagine what it's worth now. DuckTales has one of the best songs from the entire NES like collection of the library of music. The Moon theme,
Oh yeah.
so good. There's a band called The Advantage and they were like one of the first like retro video game cover bands,
Hmm.
but they do an amazing rendition of the Moon song. It's so good. That song, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's like
Spot on.
and then somebody's fucking cutting onions in my kitchen. I know that. My eyes are burning. Every time somebody cuts onions, my eyes are fucking burning.
Doesn't that
Uh,
happen to the majority of people?
I don't know, cause it's like at random times, and then I'll it'll be like right now 6 p.m. or whatever. Somebody's cutting onions. Go over there. Somebody's cooking. I'll be doing something on the computer at 11 o'clock at night. My eyes are burning. Somebody's cutting onions. I go and somebody's fucking cutting onions at 11 o'clock at night, and
Maybe
I'm
it's
like,
certain type.
it's just I know it, but it's like why are our schedules so odd to cut onions at? You know, like it's always when I'm fucking I don't know doing something and it just burns. Uh, but yeah, I remember selling Ducktales just because I needed the money. But yeah, I watched those resellers,
Yeah.
and then I watch a lot of those predator catcher videos.
The predator hunters that usually cause
Yeah.
more damage in the case.
Oh man, that's
That shit with EDP with the cupcake was hilarious.
I have no idea what that is. I've never.
EDP 445, he's like a Philadelphia Eagles like grindball YouTuber, and he got caught like messaging a 15-year-old girl like multiple times, and some YouTube channel set up a sting, got him to like admit it, but they bungled the operation somehow, and it became like a dismissal in court.
Well, yeah, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're trying to.
Yeah,
They care more about the views than actually getting the case
solving the case.
fucking yeah, actually getting the culprit fucking taken care of. You know, but I love watching them because I don't know why. It's like I want to watch a murder happen on YouTube, like where I think I remember seeing one this Colorado Pet Patrol where the guy was chasing him and the culprit pulled out a knife and he was just like, I'll fucking gut you, and the guy was all, please don't, please, I'm sorry man, go ahead and
Yeah.
go ahead and go. and then he's there like crying, like, man, he was trying to kill me. He was trying to kill me. It's like, dude, you were chasing after him, calling him a fucking pedophile the whole time, and you're like saying, oh man, why did he want to do that to me? That's terrible.
He plays himself as a victim.
They all do. Like, I don't know.
That's so funny. That's a genre of YouTube videos.
Yeah, they all.
Yeah. I'm in the business of pedo hunting.
Dude, it gets so many views because they think they're so righteous. Because
you know what I want to see? I want to see the up-and-comer pedophile hunter that can't get the views, but he's still doing it for the art. He's got like 150 videos, but none of them peak like 25 views. I would love to see that guy. He's just doing it to do it. He don't need the views, no clout. He's just doing it. He hates pedophiles.
Dude. But, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I don't hate pedophiles. They're terrible people. But, like, it makes me almost feel sorry for them. The shit that they have to go through with these catchers, and I feel bad for apps like Grindr where they're always on. Like, I feel
where
bad
there's
for
like multiple active serial killers.
Yeah.
That they're like, yeah, the Grindr serial killer, Grindr 2 serial killer. It's like how many?
I'd be angry if I was gay because how am I supposed to be on an app if like the next person I message is either a murderer, a predator, or a person pretending to be a fucking a underage kid, you know? Like,
it had to have been a straight guy who came up with the name for that app. What gay guy would be like, yeah, I'm going to develop an app. We're going to call it Grindr. Like, what the fuck?
That's the kind of thing where you're like, it's not going to work out anyways. Yeah. And then it ends up fucking, investors up the ass and millions, you know? And
half the people that use the app are like those people that have the fetishes of where they want to be murdered. It's like it's the opposite intention for what the app is supposed to be. It's calling for victims to use the app.
Yeah. It's like the perfect fucking trap. It's, what do you call it? It's like the cartoon box with the stick and the string. You know?
Yeah.
It's perfect for everything, to catch everything. You catch anything you want. On
yeah. What would be like a spin-off genre to catch a blank?
Man,
like what would be the next big hit?
Man, I would just say like to start like kink shaming people, because there's some kinks that are like fine, but people don't, you know, like people who piss on people or something, like they'll just start, I'm gonna catch you, or even like the catfishers, the people who pretend to be someone completely
to catch a catfish,
yeah,
or to catch a kink artist. See, those have rings to it. That's the next big thing, I'm telling you.
I don't know. You could literally like do anything with a show, and the more worse it is, I think the more viewership it would get. Like, I love the pimple popper type shit back.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, I love that shit.
I mean, dude, you can make a show literally out of anything. I had a fucking show that was about pissing in bottles and reviewing it. So it's like you could literally do anything. Which actually, that I'm not doing that anymore because I'm sober. I just like passed like 1 year being sober. But that shit was like kind of crazy because like Tom Segura from like Your Mom's House like picked up my video. So it was like encouraging me to do more videos. So I was just getting more and more blackout drunk. But you could pretty much make a show about anything.
Yeah,
as long as there's like a niche like angle to look at the plot. It doesn't matter what the fuck it is. And if you got a personality, people will eat that shit up.
I think maybe the weirdest video I've ever seen and like actually watched was like maybe an Asian girl rolling her head in a loaf of bread. Like,
I think I've seen that.
She had like the mic close down to the bread.
Yeah.
And it's like a big old piece of like a cartoon garlic bread, has it all folded out, and she just like plops her face in it and is just rolling it back and forth.
That's like weird ASMR fetishes.
Yeah. And all you hear is her head rolling in the bread. And I'm like, I'll watch this to the end. Why not? Like, let's see where this is going. It's not getting me hard or anything. It's just like it's not bad to watch. I've seen worse.
I like watching fetish porn without the intention of cranking down. Just like as a nice like seasonal TV show.
Yeah.
Like an episodic series. There used to be a lot like back in like 2010 when you could like upload pretty much anything. There I stumbled across like these two like, types of fetishes always stuck with me. One was gut growing, where it was literally a dude who had like progress of like a year of him melting a gallon of ice cream in the microwave and just sitting there with his shirt off, smacking his stomach, drinking the ice cream. Gut growing. Apparently the fetish is to watch it grow in steps. And the other one, I'm just assuming that this is a fetish. It was like shoe crushing, because I know like animal crushing is like a thing. But
I could see that, yeah.
but it was literally somebody would come home, take their shoes off, and then stand on them and just like rock back and forth and like crush them. And then then it was like a thumbs up would like come in frame. I was like, what the hell is this, dude? There's like so much shit that I'm unaware about. I just want to like historically document or historically I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Become aware, I guess, of all these odd fucking fetishes. They're hilarious.
You want to like archive them and catch the.
Yeah, I'm a fetish archivist.
Like with the Pokedex, you want to go scan it and fucking.
Yeah.
Oh, now I have more information about this and it's cataloged.
It's like, oh, we got a category vor.
I think my my favorite fetish that I had stumbled onto earlier in my life was I don't know what they call it, stuck. Like where women would get they'd get stuck
in the washer and dryer.
No. They'd get stuck in like glue or stuck.
God.
Their hands would get stuck and they'd be like, moaning and screaming because they can't get the glue off, and I liked it because it didn't have their clothes off, so I didn't feel so like, oh God, I have to hide this. They're not naked, but they're still moaning and shit with the glue, and then they get their face stuck in it and they're stuck like that, and then
oh my God,
they get down to their feet.
Are they like pulling away and it's like,
yeah, and it's,
oh man,
they're really working the fucking eating up the scenery where they're like super stuck, and that's always
to look that up. I never heard of that.
Stuck with me is that stuck fetish. I always liked it, and then now I'm just into Asian, anything Japanese, because
right on.
I don't know. That's just like I don't know what you would call it. Like, how like you have where you would live and where you would visit, and like a Hispanic woman is who I want to be with, an Asian is who I would want to visit. That's it. Like it's just for vacationing. The other one's home. But
dude, the sexual fetishes, dude, it is fucking hilarious. Actually, back like when I first started listening to podcasts, like 2008, 2009 or something like that. No, probably like 2009, 2010. There was one that I listened to. It was called like Dark Fetishes or Dark Fantasies or something, and it was like two dominatrix as the host that were just completely open, and their guests would be people that have fucked up fetishes. I was like, this is like punk rock radio, dude. This is so fucking cool. I'm like, this is what podcasts are? Friggin' right, dude.
Dude, I remember. I kind of know this one girl who's like a dominatrix from another podcast, and I'll probably interview her one of these days.
Oh,
I want the right questions, but I think she was, your basic dominatrix. I don't know if she's done anything weird, but I would also like to know like where her limits are or what her strange things are.
Yeah, what's the weirdest shit she's done?
Yeah, because I could see I think I've seen videos as far as I don't know, like when women are like the She-Hulk type shit,
Oh yeah, they choke them with their thighs and shit.
Yeah.
The Amazonian women.
Yeah, the cosplay and then
the snoo-snoos. They're snoo-snoo.
Oh man, Futurama was pretty good.
Hell yeah, I think towards the end though it kind of
Well, it didn't know what it could do because they kept wanting to bring it back, but they couldn't. They're like, this has to be the end, but then they're like, nah, bring another episode in, bring another movie in.
At first, I think they had like what happened to It's Always Sunny. It was like the first 2 seasons came out, then they got canceled, then through DVD sales. Even the same thing with Family Guy. Through like DVD sales, it got brought back, and then it got canceled again, but then when it got syndicated onto like Adult Swim, that piqued the interest, so then Adult Swim gave them new seasons. And it's like, and then they put out 3 movies that is a season, but broken into 3 future like feature lengths. And then I remember them doing something, and I was just like, yeah, I think I'm fucking over this. Like,
Yeah.
it's one of my favorite cartoons. Like for adult animations, it's definitely up there. Like, and it always has been. The writing's amazing.
Yeah, I feel like it's better than The Simpsons.
Oh yeah, yeah. I only like a handful of seasons from The Simpsons. I never grew up. I was a South Park kid.
I like South Park, but I don't go out of my way to watch it. That's the kind
Not
of
anymore.
show that. Yeah, well, even when it was first coming out, if
Oh,
someone
really?
was like, "Hey, you should see this episode," okay, I'll watch it. But I wouldn't like, "Oh, I got to sit down and watch it." Not like Rick and Morty. I'll sit down and actually want to watch that. You know.
Yeah. I
Uh,
watched the premiere of the very first episode of South Park on my stepfather's black box that I used to watch Spice on sometimes.
what was Spice?
You don't remember Spice?
No,
It was
I don't
like,
know what Spice
oh,
is.
it was the cable porn channel where it would be all scattered, and it was like the scattered
Oh,
lines.
is that what it was
which,
called?
Which I'm surprised that there isn't a fetish for scattered, like
That actually
glitchy.
yeah, that'd be really good.
Maybe we could get into that.
I remember seeing on my normal porn site that I ventured to, my go-to, I saw a category that said 1920s. And I'm
Oh,
like,
vintage.
what? Yeah, and I'm like,
Retro porn.
I want to watch it, but I don't because
I've seen them.
1920s?
Yeah, it's all like and shit
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that. It's all weird. They're
yeah.
all like dancing and like hand jiving and shit.
Yeah, it's like Charlie Chaplin fucking.
Yeah, but porn, that's awesome.
No, I didn't know. No idea. I like it interests me, but then I just go back to the Asians.
The porn stash for the 1920s, the 1970s porn stash. The 1920s porn stash was the Hitler stash. Everyone had it.
Was everyone's messed up?
Yeah.
They were
If-
moving. The speed was that's actually how fast they were moving. That wasn't the frame
It's
speed.
not up there just like
Yeah, they were moving because of all the fucking meth they're on.
You know what's crazy about like the old time days of meth? The song Dr. Feelgood by Motley Crue?
Yeah, he's the one they call Dr. Feelgood.
Yeah, spot on, by the way.
I was before you even start. Have you seen that video of the singer where he's just all and he's like out of breath while singing the song, and he's just
so.
like, oh, dude, it's there. I
That's
don't remember
great.
where it is, but it's him, the singer, whatever his name is. I don't know the band. I'm sorry, Motley Crue, but he's like so out of breath during this performance, so he just all. He's just like, fucking terribly
That's great.
messing it up, but it's just like you're just there enjoying the show,
Vince Neil is a fucking mess nowadays, dude.
No, what were you saying about the song?
So the song is about an actual doctor. In like the Hollywood sphere back in like the 20s and 30s up until like the 40s and 50s and shit. He was known as Dr. Feelgood, and he was the one that was giving them methamphetamine shots. So
Okay.
like multiple times a day, actors and stuff like JFK was getting shots directly into his Adam's apple. There's like a book about there's a whole book about this called Dr. Feelgood. I believe it's by Bill Barnes, I think, but it goes into how there was like this because he invented liquid methamphetamine that they were intravenously. He was trying to counter. There was a downer he was prescribing everybody, so he was trying to counteract the downer with an upper, and came across liquid methamphetamine, and everybody was like, "I don't even fucking need the downer anymore. I feel great." So, but people would go like 3-4 times a day and get injections, like daily visits. So he's Dr. Feelgood. That's literally an actual person. But he was just prescribing meth to everybody. Marilyn Monroe, like I said, JFK. In his last video, he's like, "We shall not," whatever the fuck his voice is. But he was getting injections into his Adam's apple. Hilarious. The doctor ended up going to jail, though.
Really?
Yeah, because they ended up outlawing it, and he was just like, "Fuck you! I invented it. Like this, like it's mine. I can do what I want with it."
But was it expensive? I mean, when you say like celebrities were getting it, and
Yeah, but it wasn't like a drug then. It was like, "Oh, why don't you come on down? Go get the new methamphetamine shot."
like
You
a
know what I
tonic,
mean?
like a tonic or something.
Yeah,
Like,
come down for a malt and a soda and some meth. But basically, I mean, that's how it was until it started getting like out of control. And then I think they like I said, they made it illegal, and he continued to practice, and then he ended up getting raided.
And was he American? He was American.
Yeah, I'm sure he was an immigrant at the time, but
Mm, no, I'm just wondering how like it went all the way to like Hitler and all that because he just loved that shit, didn't he?
well, yeah, I mean,
He prescribed
basically,
that shit to his entire city, right? Everyone was on
yeah,
meth, the whole city.
yeah. There's an awesome book about that side of it too, called Blitzkrieg, which is awesome. I forget who the author is, but it's about the practice and like the distribution of Nazi meth, which is like if there's not a movie in that, come on.
I mean, I'm sure there are things that were worse though. I don't know.
Yeah, like the pedophile hunters ruining ruining their cases.
God, dude, I hate that shit. I'm bound to see a live execution though on there when they're going live and someone's just gonna pull out a gun or a knife and just
There's a crazy amounts of like mass murder and actual murders and suicides that get live streamed. There's like a website that categorizes it all by platform, where it's like archived and shit.
Well, I've only seen that kind of stuff like on Twitter. I don't really go out of my way to like watch that. If it stumbles upon me, I will watch it. I
Yeah,
wouldn't
I
say
used
it's
to have
not
like a gore
entertaining.
obsession. I used to watch a lot of gore. I don't anymore. Now I'm like, now that I'm not drunk, it's like I'm actually like watching real shit, not just a highly crafted video that's fake. You know what I mean? When I'm blackout drunk, I'm like, oh shit, dude, that's cool, bro. Yeah, fucking, that's cool. And now I'm sober. I'm like, holy shit, that guy just got his neck slit from ear to ear and his tongue's hanging out.
No, I'll watch as long as it doesn't involve kids. Of course, I'll
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
watch it. If it's I don't know 18 and up, I guess I'll watch like that kid that fell off of the fucking
Just
amusement
recently?
park ride or something. Yeah, pretty recent, and just like no seatbelt, bam, hits the ground.
Ugh.
And it's just like man, I want to watch that again. I'm sorry, I'm a terrible
Yeah.
person. Like I hate myself.
Faces of Death did that to me, like at a young age. Watching, because I used to be super into like bootlegged VHSs. I don't know how old you are, but I was born in '86. I'm 36
I,
right now.
I was born '87.
Oh, okay, so I remember loving like underground VHSs. You know what I mean? Like you would get like that's how like obviously South Park got circulated was through circulation of VHSs, and then there was like the bum fights guy who was doing all the bum fight shit. But like even like CKY and Jackass, before they got the show, basically season 1 of Jackass that MTV put out wasn't filmed for the show. That's all pre-recorded footage that the crew from Big Brother Skateboard Magazine and the CKY dudes had. But like
Yeah.
I was watching that shit before MTV got it because I was a skateboarder. So I saw CKY2K at like a skate shop, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And it's like Ryan Dunn wiping shit on like his buddy's face, and I'm just like, "This is the coolest fucking thing I have ever seen in my entire life."
I think even when I was a kid back then, I didn't get into skating until, everyone got into skating.
Yeah,
When there was that big boom, and I'll say that's when I got into like watching Jackass and all that shit.
yeah, yeah,
And I loved it back then. Now I'm like, God, these are horrible people. Like,
yeah.
and they're all friends, like I don't
Yeah.
want friends like this that like shove fucking wieners in my mouth and shit while I'm trying to sleep or draw. I don't know. I couldn't stand all that.
I was one of those. I was one of those skate kids back then, where fucking I always had a camera with me when I was like in high school and even like in middle school for skateboarding, and used to do stupid shit all the time, like not even funny, like stuff that's not even funny, and it was just like bad consequences. Like my buddy knocked me out once in a Payless shoe store because we thought it was hilarious. And I'm like, I wish I had all these tapes, man. Like, I don't know if you ever recorded anything back then, but the high V, no, what is it? The high eights. They were like and then you insert those into the VHS.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
dude, I used to edit fucking skateboard videos from like, I don't know how to do any of that shit now, and I don't even remember how to do that. But back then, I was doing it, and I was like super into like underground irreverent comedy that nobody finds funny. Basically, like the Big Brother shit and Injury. But that's getting back to why I used to watch Faces of Death and was like, this is so unique, man.
Yeah, I never stumbled upon that till I guess later on at an age when YouTube started coming around and
Yeah.
video was more everywhere. I never even like Tom Green. I was never really into that, and
Yeah.
Jackass was funny, but I don't know. I was just I guess
What comedy were you watching in early high school, middle school? What was your forte of comedy back
was I
then?
even
SNL?
watching-
You like anything with Will Ferrell?
No. I would probably just watch cartoons and shit. Like
Really?
I loved watching Nick
Rocket Power?
or like Nick. Yeah, oh, of course. But or like Nick at Night, where you had all those
Yeah.
old school comedies.
Yeah,
That's
once
all I would watch.
I love Nickelodeon, and then like as I got older and like learned that it's like an entire like pedophile market. Dude, like that's. Do you know what a Nickelodeon is?
No, what is a Nickelodeon?
An Odeon is those back in like the 1920s, 1930s, where you would like put in a penny and it would like spin, and you would look in it and you would see like the burlesque dancer. That's an Odeon. A Nickelodeon is the one that costs 4 cents more because there's porn. So it's a porn theater. That's what a Nickelodeon is. And when they slime you, dude, that's literally ejaculate.
Okay.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And the big fat guy that like I forget his name, but he's the one that like did like iCarly and all that shit.
Yeah, I know all about
He
that.
has the foot fetish, which which the logo is like the slimy jizzed on foot. It's fucking gross, dude. I'm
No,
like, how the fuck did I watch Nickelodeon back then?
I read a lot about that because I had read the what's her name, Jeanette McCurdy.
Oh,
She
yeah,
played,
yeah.
She played Sam in
Yup.
iCarly. I read her fucking memoir. I'm glad
Yeah.
my mom died, and she talks about it not by name. She just calls him like the producer. And yeah, he's a pretty fucked up dude. Like,
Yeah, a lot of people
yeah.
that work there, even the dude who did Ren and Stimpy, his secretary that he moved out to California was like 14 or like 50, like living with him, just like
Yeah,
chilling. She's like, "Yeah, mom, I'm gonna go fucking hang out with this 30-year-old guy who
you
draws fucking
you want
cat."
this opportunity? Hey, come intern for me or whatever. Yeah, it's
That's fucked up.
what my buddy was telling me, and I'm like, man, these were different times back then, man.
Yeah.
You-
I blame it that there's no Twitter. If Twitter was around back then, the echo chamber shitstorm would have like ruined everything we have now.
I don't know, but that's what I say is like you look at all that bad shit and the way it happened, but then look at where we are at the end, and can you like say, hey, that's not so bad that all that happened, because look at our end result, it's fine.
Yeah.
We've created something great, haven't we?
Ends justify the means.
Yeah, exactly. Like, hey, I know my life was shit because of my mom or whatever, but how do I feel now? I could just joke about it and laugh about it and just deal with it, you know?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I just kind of have like, I think I have like damage from watching so much Nickelodeon porn like as a kid. Like, I mean, back then you would be like, oh, fucking typing into like the search engines and be like Lizzie McGuire. Well, that's Disney, I guess. But like,
Yeah.
you're fucking 13 on the internet looking up porn. So
No, I'm all about Kim Possible.
Kim Possible.
That-
There's like a whole fucking like,
that hentai shit, that Kim
Yeah.
Possible hentai shit.
Rule
Fuck
34 shit too.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't go that far. I feel like that I have my limits.
That's hilarious. There's
Yeah.
so much fucked up shit on Reddit too, like dragons fucking cars. Have you seen that subreddit where it's just like people just draw dragons literally having sex with cars, and the title's like Galactic Dragon with Ford F-150 1986. It's just like destroying this truck.
And I could see that though. I believe it. Like, you're saying it, and I believe you that exists, even
It
though
does exist.
it sounds so ridiculous. Like, you could literally throw darts at a board, different words or verbs or nouns, and create something that is. It's like, oh, that's on the internet somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, and not to mention, just from being on the internet, it like already establishes like paraphilias in people, where it's just like they become sexually attractive to like attracted to literally the wrong things. Like you shouldn't be sexually attracted to a jungle gym.
Yeah, yeah, or a carnival ride. Like God did not intend this.
But
He
the only reason people are attracted to that shit is because people memed it on the internet to the point where it literally willed itself into our reality and make fucked up people.
Yeah,
It's like a tulpa.
no. And then it like fuels them because they find other people that are like them. So it's like, oh, I don't feel as odd now or as out of as
It's like
abnormal. And it's like, no, you should feel abnormal.
It's like the first time Andrei Chikatilo, the Russian serial killer, busted a nut when he realized that he has to strangle a little girl and see her blood. That's basically what it is. Somebody stumbles upon it, and then they shoot the biggest load, and they're like, oh, shit, I guess I'm into that now.
Yeah, but then it's that they find other people like them.
Yeah.
That
well,
makes
the other people hear their story, they shoot the load while listening to the story, and vicariously become the second person to have that fetish, and it just continues down the line.
Yeah, but then it almost makes it accepting to them.
Yeah.
Like, oh, there's more people like me, so I accept myself.
There's more retarded people like myself.
Yeah. But then it's like, but they're like, you could say hoarding. There's a lot of hoarders out there. They're all the same. That doesn't mean it's good, you know. Like, just because you're into fucking dragons having sex with automobiles, and there's like-minded people out there like you, doesn't mean it's okay. Like,
yeah, I wonder. I wonder, like, where the line is of like where it's a meme, like when somebody's just like ripping on the idea, making fun of it, and pretending they're like trolling it, or people who are genuinely into it. There's got to be some kind of like ratio of not everybody in the Dragons fucking cars community is fucking cranking down looking at the subreddit. I'm sure it's a joke.
Yeah, no, I get you, but there is no I don't know. How can you tell? Because the people
you got to try it.
The people who are accepting of it see how many people are a part of that community, and they're like, oh, I feel more accepting. But half of them, yeah, you're right. They could just be there, just it's like, this is fucking stupid. I want to watch this every time.
I mean, that's why I'm in the subreddit. I'm not cranking down the pictures of fucking dragons and in Ferraris.
But I just hate it how the internet has made people accepting of their own mental illnesses, you know, because
it
encourages them because they find people like them, and it's like, no, it just means
that there's more fucked up people.
Yeah,
that means that there's more people who are wrong.
Yeah, exactly. It's just, it's not good, and that's why I hate the internet. That's I mean, the topic for today.
I hate the internet, but I could never admit it. There's no way. I'm not terminally online, but I'm okay. I got my stats back from Reddit from the year 2022. No joke. Reddit's told me that I've spent enough time on Reddit that it's equal to going to the moon and back 6.6 times. That's just in 1 year. And also, keep in mind, there's billions of users. I'm in the top 3% of karma earners in the world, which I told my stepfather that, and he was just like, I wouldn't fucking tell people that, dude. He's like,
I mean, that sounds nice. It sounds like karma is a nice thing to have on Twitter.
I don't even know Reddit, what it is. Right? I just troll people for fucking all that. Like, that's all I do.
I still have yet to really figure out how Reddit works, other than like,
oh, dude, it's great.
I know it is great whenever I do use it, you know, but I've just started using it this year. Like, and this is in how old am I? 37, 36, something like that. So I've just never used that. Discord, I'm starting to use.
I don't use Discord.
Yeah, it's all so strange to me. Even Snapchat, I remember first getting that and downloading it, and I'm like, well, where are the naked chick pictures? Like, you told me there would be naked women photos. Where are they? You know, like, I don't know. It's getting ridiculous. I don't know.
Yeah, basically the only social media that I use is Twitter and Reddit. That's it. I have other ones and I post on them, but like it's only if I'm like doing a live stream or whatever, and I'll like promote it or something stupid. But dude, Reddit, man, there's literally a subreddit for every single fucking thing. Every time I hang out with people, they're like trying to show me shit, and I'm like, yeah, dude, I literally saw this last week, which is so shitty of me. I've been pretending that I've never seen stuff when people show it to me. Like that's how ridiculous it is.
That's nice of you.
I give them the benefit of the doubt, you know.
You're way ahead of the curve, like ridiculously.
Yeah, but it's like for no reason, and it's true, and it has no purpose. It's like there's nothing to gain from any of this shit. Like the amount of fucking memes that I've seen is just like I don't even like them, and I'm like forcing myself to do it. I'm like an archivist, dude. It's terrible. A mental archivist, though. I'm the worst kind. I don't even have it documented.
I guess someone has to do it. I guess, right? but at least you're aware too of like your hatred for it. And,
oh yeah, I'm definitely self-aware.
Yeah, that's always good too. But I guess we're good for the day, man. Like I appreciate you coming on and just fucking talking about anything, you know?
I'll talk about anything, anytime, man.
Yeah, man. No, I fucking hate the internet. Why don't you plug all your stuff, you know, like what do you what do you do?
All right. I have a show with Adam Thoreau. It's called Mangy Movies. That's twice a week. Sunday we watch a full-length movie. Wednesday is a curated playlist by myself based off themes that I choose for the week. Last week we did impressions. We basically watched a bunch of people try and do impressions of other things. We got Sprinklers, the Joker. It was great. We got all of them. But pretty much great. Anything, any platform at Mangy Movies, MANGY. That's pretty much it.
Cool, man. Well, no, thanks for like just getting the time to like come on and just shoot the shit, man. It was great.
Anytime.
It was great meeting you.
Yeah, you too.
And yeah, no, I'm sure we'll do it again. Hell yeah,
definitely.
Especially with Adam.
Oh yeah, dude. All of us. Yeah. I've known Adam forever.
Man, yeah, he's a cool cat.
Yeah,
real cool cat. Yeah, but I guess we'll sign off.
All right.
Bye bye.